Another beautiful day here in Marlborough. Hope the sun is shining wherever you are, watching around the world. Global audience for Monday Morning Live. How much time do we have? Adam Mensch.
15 seconds, Benny.
Copy that. Adam Mensch, the show's new producer. He's been absolutely crushing it lately. Alright, here we go. Kia ora, my friends, how do you do? I, Benny Ward, am here in the garden for another cold open. This is MML 105. Where, as always, we'll spread love and give flowers to anyone who joins us live with a Monday morning shout out. Speaking of joining us live, we will do live gardening. Today, we are propagating some herbs. And we're doing it for my mum. Speaking of mums, take a look back at the week that was, including a very special Mother's Day and a belated Happy Mother's Day. We'll take a look at the week ahead. We will give an update on the grow-off. I'll do Joke of the Week. And I'm going to debut a new segment called What in the World? All those things and many more are coming up right here, right now, on Monday Morning Live. Well, let's continue our tradition of sampling something that we got from the Marlborough Farmers Market in a segment I like to call What's in the Bag? These are the carry bags that we sell at the Marlborough Farmers Market, and today in the bag is a persimmon. Persimmons are often known as the fruit of the gods, and I'm going to enjoy one right here on Monday Morning Live. I've got the Benny 6100 series chopping board. Let's enjoy some persimmon now. Now, there's a couple of ways to do it. Now, I've been known that I've heard that you can roast these in some honey, which is quite cool. I'm going to eat mine fresh. Just going to chop a little bit off, and very carefully, I'm going to cut myself on live TV. I'm going to enjoy some persimmon right now. It's crunchy. Probably just perfect in terms of ripeness. Very sweet. Oh, and quite juicy, even though it's quite crunchy. Some persimmon. Right, let's do some shout outs. Shout out to Brett, thank you for joining us. Shout out to Renee, thanks for joining us. Shout out to Mum, thanks for joining us. It might be a good chance to talk about the week that was. And I want to wish a very special belated Mother's Day to all the mums out there. I've said it before and I'll say it again. My wife is the best mum in the world. Shout out to Donna, speaking of great mums. Thank you for tuning in and joining us here on Monday Morning Live. Ooh, good crowd, good turnout today. Thank you everyone for joining me. We're going to do live gardening. It's got a bit of a Mother's Day feel. Oh, yesterday I had a really good time at the Marlborough Farmers Market. It was a beautiful sunny day like it is today. Everyone was in a super duper good mood. Maybe because it was sunny and warm, but also because it was Mother's Day. It's a really good vibe at the Marlborough Farmers Market yesterday. In fact, instead of me just telling you about the vibe, why don't we bring down the Benetron 5000? And I'll show you guys a little clip that I took, capturing a little bit of the vibe at the Marlborough Farmers Market. Welcome back. Fantastic vibe at the Marlborough Farmers Market yesterday for Mother's Day. Speaking of mothers, our live gardening today has a kind of a Mother's Day feel. See, my mum has been living with us for the last, seems like about 100 years. Actually, it's only been about 6 months, but she's just getting her house ready. It's almost ready, but she's been staying with us while the house is getting ready. She has asked me to give her some herbs so she can have a little herb display in her kitchen. So that's what we're going to do today on live gardening. We're going to propagate some herbs. We're going to do it two ways. Two ways. I'm going to sow some seeds of basil, and I'm going to take some cuttings of thyme. Now, we're growing thyme as part of the grow-off. I'll give you an update on that shortly. But for now, let's propagate some thyme by taking some cuttings. This is a wee plant of thyme that I got from my good friend Stephen out at Golden Mile. It's self-seeded itself. There's a little patch of thyme, and one of the seeds had just fallen and had started to grow up through the gravel. And I took it home, planted it, and there it is. So we're going to take a cutting now, using the Benny's 6100 series snips. Available in the gift shop, why not buy two? Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a cutting, but I'm going to do it from a particular spot. I'm going down below where the sort of side shoots start to come out, just where there's a little join, and I'm going to cut it just at that join. That way, the cells in those new side shoots will confuse them into thinking that they want to be roots. I'm going to put it into some water, because never underestimate the value of water. Just going to put that cutting straight in the water. Won't be long, roots will start to come out the bottom, we can plant it on, and that'll be good to go to my mum's house for her little herb display in her kitchen window. So we're going to also propagate, for Mum, we're going to propagate some basil. Here's a basil. I don't know if you can see it on the Facebook version. All the more reason to tune into the widescreen version on YouTube. Now we're going to do it into these jiffy pellets. You remember these pellets, we've used them heaps before on the show. They look like this. Okay, let's just get my stuff on. It looks like this. See a little pellet? Little pellet. And you soak them in water and they puff up. A really good way of propagating seeds, particularly smaller, finer seeds, that with watering could get washed through the potting mix or the seed mix. Now I'm going to take a little bit of this basil off. Now, see how it's sort of gone? It's gone to its flower and it's gone to seed. So see where the ones at the bottom have started to brown off? That means that they're ready to produce their seeds. I'm just going to give it a little bit of a penny squeeze. Oh, a couple of seeds coming out there. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know if you can see there, get in close there, Adam Mensch. And what we're going to do is I'm just going to put these on the surface of these jiffy pellets. I'm not going to cover the seeds at all. I'm going to actually just leave them exposed, because basil likes sunlight in order to germinate. But what I am going to do, what we always do when we plant something new, we give it some water, because, say it with me, you can never underestimate the value of water. Couple of spritzers there from the Benny's 6100 series spritzer, available in the gift shop. Right, there's our live gardening. A quick update on the grow off. Now, I want to give you an update on the leaderboard for the grow off. Here it is. Now, the first phase of the grow off, the first round, if you will, is the sowing of the seeds. And points are awarded for germination rate. Now, just in a very quick nutshell, so Brock Ali has 100% germination for his Corfi, his Alyssum, and his Thyme. The other two guys, Adam Mensch and Reg McGundry, they've had 100% germination with one of their seeds, but they've only had 50% germination on the others. So basically, Reg and Adam have 2 points, and Brock Ali has 3. An early lead for Brock Ali. There's your grow-off update. Now it's time for Joke of the Week. Have you heard the one about the talking tree? See, there was this tree, and it could talk. And one day this arborist wanted to cut down the tree. The tree said, "You can't cut me down, I'm a talking tree." The arborist said, "You may be a talking tree, but you're going to dialogue." Ba, 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 ba. Get it? Dialogue, dialogue. It's always good when you have to say the words "get it" after you've just said a joke. There's your joke of the week. Right, what are we going to do now? I think it's time for our new segment. It's called What in the World? In this segment, we ask the big questions, the deep, burning questions of our time. And today the subject is pizza. Now, I'm not going to get into the whole pineapple debate. Any, social media icon, I guess you could call me. In fact, any broadcaster of any kind knows that there are certain things you just don't talk about. You do not talk about religion, you do not talk about politics, and you do not talk about pineapple on a pizza. Very divisive issue. That's not the question I'm asking today. The question I'm asking is, what in the world has happened to pizza? Bit of a trick question, because the answer is nothing. Pizza has not changed at all in my lifetime. It hasn't changed one little bit, not one iota, not one scintilla has pizza changed in my lifetime. It's still the same as it's always been. The base is the same, the sauce is the same, the toppings are the same, depending on which side of the great pineapple debate you fall on. How is it possible that it is immune to change? There used to be a saying, certain things in life are a given. Death, taxes, and change. But not when it comes to pizza. Pizza is immune to change, and it's immune to inflation. How is this possible? Everything else gets more expensive, or it gets smaller. Like a Snickers. A Snickers is half as big as what it used to be. A Big Mac is not even all that big anymore. And Burger King don't even make my favourite burger anymore. Rest in peace, the Hawaiian BK chicken. How is it possible that pizza is immune to change, immune to inflation, and has not changed in my lifetime? The answer? I don't know. You know, this new segment is all about asking the big questions. I've never said anything about answering them. But I just think it's cool that in a world of change, pizza remains constant. Right, what else can we do? I've said Happy Mother's Day to all the mums. I hope everyone had a great day. I've given Monday morning shout outs to a fantastic turnout today. Did I like gardening? Oh, something else. I'm going to enjoy something else from the farmer's market now. I got this from my very good friend Margaret McHugh. She has gourmet deli. Now this is a bacon, cheese and onion scone with sweet chilli glaze. And as we finish up today, I'm going to enjoy a little bit of this scone as I reflect on a great weekend. Hope you all had a great weekend too. Look forward to a great week ahead. Shout out to all the mums. Shout out to everyone joining live. Shout out to everybody who joins me on my YouTube channel, Benny. Thank you for joining me at the Marlborough Farmers Market every Sunday morning. Thank you for joining me on YouTube. And thank you for joining me here on Monday Morning Live. I will see you next time in the garden, because diamonds are forever, and so is Monday Morning Live. It's delish.
And we're clear.
We've actually still got some time, so I just want to mention, every now and then on Monday Morning Live, I give gardening updates. I'm going to start a separate show called Garden Update, where I'll show you the progress of things that are growing. I'll show you some little tips and tricks along the way. So tune in to my YouTube channel, Benny. Coming soon, Garden Update. Yeah, some more of this scone. Scone or scone? Scone? It's one of those words. It's hard to explain with the kids. They're learning to spell, and it's always a funny thing when your kids learn to spell. Your communication with your wife or your partner becomes totally different because you can't spell out the word. They don't know what it is. Scone, scone, scone. Funny there's no pineapple in the scone.